And they set Jesus on him. They set Jesus on him. It was men that set him there. They said, "Right, the majesty, master." We make Jesus proud. You know the song? We make Jesus proud. You know the song?
I just want to make Jesus. I just want to make Jesus proud. Lift a voice and sing. I just want to make Jesus proud.
I will stop at nothing.
I will stop at nothing.
I will lay down everything.
I will lay down everything if it will make Jesus proud.
So this is like what they did here. They set him. Our life is supposed to make him proud. It's supposed to set him as a spectacle for men to behold. So they set him on the gold. And then, remember that first of all, they removed their cloth. They stripped themselves. And they laid it before him. They say, "Ride on our honor." When you dress to church, just like you've done now, you dress to make an impression, right? You want to look good. Now someone stripped himself of that appeal and laid it on the ground and said, "Master, ride on my honor. Ride on it. If I have anything, I use it to glorify you. If I'm anything, I use it to glorify you. If there is anything at all my life is what, I lay it before you." Actually, that's the requirement. He said, if you must come after me, he said, you must first of all deny father and mother. That means you will lay down everything. Jesus is not a person you come to with all your titles and all your achievement. That's why the first thing that happened to Saul when he met Jesus was he was blinded and he fell from his high horse and he fell on the ground. Then he asked, "Lord, what would you have me do?" They say, "Good, a new beginning." You know what Paul said? Paul said, all that he ever had, he counted but dunks. That's, imagine his titles, his education, his connection, his achievement. When they asked him what is the value, he said, as concerned the knowledge, the excellence of the knowledge of Christ, I have reduced them to dunks. The idea in the dustbin, they don't have value. There is a higher knowledge, there is a higher calling. When you pay the price to go to school to learn a certain discipline, pay double the, what is double? They pay 100 times the price to learn God, to know God. You will be an asset to your family, to your destiny, and to your generation. It's never a time wasted when you sit before God and you learn him. God can be known. If anybody tells you cannot know God, is a lie. God can be known. As a matter of fact, God wants to make himself known. He wants to make himself. But you know, because he's precious, he's costly. You don't get costly things on the surface, so he hides himself. So if you're hungry enough, you go and seek him out. But he said you will find me if you seek me with all your heart. He can be found. And there are men that has found God. Do you understand what I'm saying? If somebody is desperate for him, they will find him. The Bible says he dwells with him that is contrite, that is broken, that is humble, that trembles again at his word. He dwells with the person. You see, we actually think that God is far away from. God is not far away from men. He's only far from the haughty, far from the proud, far from the busy. But he's never far from a man whose heart is panting, who is hungry and thirsty for him. Actually, if the person makes one step forward, God makes 10 steps towards the person. Did you notice that it was this person called Zacchaeus that wanted to see him? But the Bible says because of the press, the multitude were much, so he couldn't even come close. And he was a man of small stature. He had limitations. Even a man that has passion but is limited, we find God. But the one that think he has everything, but there is no hunger in his heart, he doesn't have any business with God. As a small statured man, yet he made up his mind, I will find him. I will set my eyes on him. As he was climbing the sycamore tree, it was Jesus that saw him first. That means all the little steps you make to know him, he knows. In the multitude of the crowd pressing, covering him, he looked up and said, Zacchaeus, come down. I have seen your heart. I will eat lunch in your house today. You just want to see me, but me, I'm coming to your house because you are hungry, you are thirsty. Is there somebody here whose hunger can attract God to say, this day I will be in your house? God can be known. God is not somewhere off where nobody can. No. He speaks to men. Men can hear his voice. Men can know his presence. The way you know that somebody is sitting close to you, you can know and be sure that God is close to you. The one that created physical things, do you think himself cannot be felt to the physical realm? Are you following me?